Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another video in which we are going to learn about string in Python programming. So guys, in computer programming, a string is a sequence of characters. So for example, as you can see, this hello world, it is the string which is the sequence of characters, that is HELLO. So this is a string containing the sequence of these characters and we call it as a string. Now we use the single quotes or double quotes to represent a string in Python. So basically whenever we are defining a string, we use the sequence of characters which are supposed to be enclosed within these double quotes, or else we can use the single quotes as well. So as you can see, for example, str, that is the variable name that we have taken over here, followed by the equal to operator. We have the string that is programming for beginners, which is the name of the YouTube channel, which you should definitely subscribe, and this is enclosed within the two double quotes over here. So let us check this with the help of example. Now we have str, it is equal to, inside the double quotes we can provide our string that is programming for beginners over here, and then simply we can print the string by using the print function. So we have print followed by open and close parenthesis, and then we provide this str variable name. Let me just save this file now and try running this code. As you can see, programming for beginners is getting printed now. Now what are the different operations? How do we access string characters in Python? So let's say if I only want to print this character, that is P over here, how can we do that? So one way in order to do that is by using the indexing, which means we can use the index number. Basically the indexes that we have seen in the list and tuple in the previous videos are also applicable over here for strings as well. So this letter, that is P, can be accessed by using the index number which starts from 0. So this is the 0th index number which defines this P character. The next character, that is R, it is at the first index number, and then the next character is at the second index number, and so on. So we can simply use the variable name, and then inside the open and close square brackets we can provide the index number. So over here, after the variable name, inside the open and close square brackets, as you can see, we provide the index number, that is 0, which will point to this character, that is P over here. So let me just save this file and try running this code now. As you can see, P is getting printed over here. Now let's say we want this O to be printed. So what is the index number for this? So the first one is 0th index, and then we have first index over here, and then this O is at the second index number. So we provide number 2, that is inside the open and close square brackets. Let me just save this file now and try running this code. So as you can see, O is getting printed, and in this way, if you want to access a single character from the string, you can use the index number in order to access them. Now there is another variation. We can also use the negative indexing, which means the negative index numbers can also be used in order to access the last elements of the string. So let's say if you want to access the last element, first element is having the index number 0, and the previous index number, that is before the number 0, we have -1 in the number system. So -1 will refer to the last element inside this sequence of characters, which is S over here. So when we provide -1 in this case inside the open and close brackets, so let me just save this file and try running this code. As you can see, S is getting printed. So -1 is pointing to this character, that is S. What will be the second last character? It will be -2 in this case. So when we provide -2, save this file and try running this code. So as you can see, this R is getting printed over here. And in this way, we have the negative indexing concept in Python programming. Now there is another way. We can use the slicing operator in order to print the subset of this sequence of characters. So let's say if we only want this programming word to be printed instead of programming for beginners, that is the entire string. So what we can do is, so we have to mention the indices in order to print these characters only. So it starts from 0, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we have to take extra index number, that is 11th as well, because that last index number is not included whenever we are using the slicing operator. So the indices will be between 0 to 11 in this case. So how do we provide that range? We provide 0 first, that is the left hand side index, followed by the colon, and then we provide 11, that is the second index, up to which all the characters must be taken and printed over here. So as you can see, this is the slicing of the sequence of characters. Let me just save this file and try running this code now. As you can see, programming is getting printed over here. Let's say we want to include the characters up to F. So we have to provide the index up to O over here. So basically this was the 11th index, and then we have 12 and then 13. So over here what we can do is we can simply provide 13 in this case. So let me just save this file now and try running this code. So as you can see, programming word is getting considered, and then after that we have the space, and then F is also considered, which is at the 12th index. There is another way we can do this. Instead of providing this 0 index, we can just remove this. So by default it will take from the start of the string, that is all the characters starting from the 0th index over here. So let me just save this file and try running this code now. So as you can see, again we are getting the same output, that is programming up to the F character over here. What if we want from this O character, which is at the 13th position, up to the last position? So what we can do is we can simply provide the 13th index number, which will start the string from this particular character and then followed by colon, and there is no need to provide the last index because we want all the characters to be included. So this is the slicing operator for us. We have the 13 index number and then colon over here. Let me just save this file now and try running this code. So as you can see, after F we are getting OR over here, and then we have the space character, and then we have the beginners as well. So this is the way that we can use the slicing in Python in order to get the substring from the entire string that we have already defined. Now guys, very important, Python strings are immutable. So in Python, strings are immutable. That means the characters of a string cannot be changed. So let's say this first character, that is P, if we want to change that character, so what we will do is we will provide str and then followed by 0, and then instead of this P character, let's say I want to provide the character Q over here, and then let me just print the string once again. So we will simply print the string. Let me just save this file and try running this code now. As you can see, we are getting the type error. String object does not support item assignment. So we cannot change any of the characters over here. But there is another way to do this. What we can do is simply we can copy this entire string value and paste this over here, and then again instead of P we can provide Q over here, but this time we have to remove this index number. So this is possible because we are providing the reassignment of the string variable. So let us check this. We'll save this file and try running this code now. As you can see, we are getting Q over here and all the other characters are same. So basically by immutable, we mean that we cannot change a particular single character inside the string by using the index number for that particular character. But in case if you want to reassign the entire string, that can be done by using such reassignments operator. Now guys, there is another important functionality. In Python, multi-line strings are allowed. So basically we can also create a multi-line string in Python. So for this, we use the triple double quotes or triple single quotes over here. So what we will do is, let's say I'll just remove these lines of code, and then I'll say str, it is equal to 3 times double quotes over here we will use, and then I will say this is first line, and then on the next line we will say this is another line. So this is basically the multi-line string that we have defined. So how do we print this? Simply by using the normal way, that is print function followed by the name of the string, that is str variable. Let me just save this file and try running this code. As you can see, the format in which we have written the string, that is the 3 double quotes were there over here, followed by on the next line we were having this is first line, and then this is another line, and then we were having another double quotes over here. So these double quotes followed by space characters, and then between those space characters this is another line. If we don't want these space characters, soon after the double quotes are being mentioned, we have to provide the strings over here. So the start of the double quotes, at the same line we are having this is first line and this is another line, and then we have the 3 double quotes on that same line. So let me just save this file now and try running this code. So basically this is the format. So whatever format we follow in this 3 double quotes or 3 single quotes, the same format will be followed while printing those lines on the terminal. Now what are the Python string operations? Basically you can compare two strings with the equal to operator over here, as you can see. So let's say we have two strings over here. String 1 it is equal to, let's say we have John, and then string 2 it is equal to, let's say we have the name Peter over here. So we have Peter. So what we will do is simply we will print str1 it is equal to str2. So this is nothing but we are comparing two strings by using the equal to operator, which we have done previously as well while we were using the relational operators in order to compare two numbers. We can compare two strings in the same way as well. It will either return true or false based on whether they are equal or not. So let me just save this file and try running this code now. As you can see, we are getting false. That's because the names are different. So what if we make the names same? So I'll just copy this value and paste this over here. Now both the strings are same, str1 and str2. Both are having the value that is John. So let me just run this code now. As we can see, we are getting true over here. That's because both the strings are same in this case. Now there is another operation. How do we join the two or more strings? So we can do so by using the plus operator. So let's say we go back over here once again. We provide the string 2 as Peter and we want to join both the strings. So in this case, instead of equal to, what we will do is we will specify the string 1, that is str1, and then plus operator, and then followed by str2 in this case. So let me just save this file now and try running this code. As you can see, we are getting John Peter over here continuously. There is no space character. So either we can provide a space character over here, or else we can have the space character inside the print function as well. So we can have the double quotes inside which we can have the space character, and then again we have to use the plus operator in order to join these strings. So let me just save this file now and try running this code. So as you can see, we are getting John Peter and then there is a space character in between. So we can join multiple strings as well by using the plus operator over here. The same plus operator will be used in order to add two numbers if these variables are numbers. But in our case, these variables are strings, and that is why it is being used in order to join the two strings in this case. Now how do we iterate through a Python string? So basically we can iterate through a string by using the for loop. So let us check this with the help of example now. Let's say we have string 1 over here. We provide for followed by s, which is the temporary variable, and then we have the in keyword followed by str1. I'll just make this as item so that it is more user friendly in order to understand. So basically str1, which is having the sequence of characters, one character at a time will be assigned to this item variable, and the control flow will go inside this for loop. Now inside this we can simply have the item being printed. So when we provide item over here inside the print function, and when we save this file and try running this code, as you can see, all the characters, that is JOHN, these are getting printed on separate lines. How do we get them on the same line? So what we can do is we can provide the AND operator equal to, we can simply provide the double quotes, and we don't have to provide anything over here. If we want to separate all the characters with a comma, we can provide comma over here as well. So let me just save this file and try running this code. As you can see, John is getting printed, but all the characters are getting separated using the comma. We can simply remove this comma over here. I'll save this file and try running this code now. As you can see, we are getting John over here. So since we have provided this AND parameter with nothing but simply double quotes, we are getting all the characters. Or else when we don't provide this parameter, by default the AND parameter is having the /n character, due to which all the items will be printed on the new lines. There is another important thing. How do we find the Python string length? So basically we can use the len method to find the length of the string. So let's say we have programming for beginner string over here. So I'll just type programming for beginners, and we want to find the length of the string. That means how many characters are present inside the string. So we can simply use the len function, that is the length function, in order to print the count of the characters inside the string. So we can have the len function followed by, inside the open and close parenthesis, we have the variable name, that is str over here. So let me just save this file and try running this code. So it is saying object of type has no length. So basically we have provided str over here. Instead we have to provide str1, which is the variable name. So that was the mistake. So let me just save this file now and try running this code. As you can see, 25 we are getting, that is the number of characters that are present inside the string. Let's say I add some more characters over here. I provide 1, 2, which means I have added 2 more characters inside the string. So that should be 27 in this case. So when we just save this file now and try running this code, we get 27 as the count, which is the updated count of number of characters inside the string. And that is how this length function will work in order to return you one particular integer, which is the count of the number of characters inside the string. Now guys, there is another important thing, string membership test. So basically this we have already seen. We can test if a substring exists within a string or not using the keyword in. So we have already used the for loop as well. And in the membership operator, we have used the in keyword in order to find a particular letter is present or not inside the string. So that you can take as a homework for you so that you can practice on your own. You can find out whether the character X is present inside the string or not. And if it is present, then you should display true. And if it is not present, then you should display false. Comment in the comment section below what is the output of your program while using this membership operator, that is in. Now guys, very important thing, there is something called as escape sequences in Python. Now the escape sequence is used to escape some of the characters present inside a string. So what we have done over here is, while providing the string, we are enclosing it using the double quotes. But what if the double quotes is a part of this string? Let's say I want to provide a double quotes over here before beginners. So as you can see, after providing the double quotes, we are getting a red underline over here, which means there is some issue. So what we can do is, in order to avoid this issue and to make this as a part of this string, we have to use the escape character, which means we have to use a backslash character over here just before the special character. So this is the way that we use the escape character. We use the backslash character over here once and then followed by our special character, which is causing the issue. And in this case, this double quote will be the part of the string now. So let me just save this file and try running this code. Currently we are getting the length of the string. What we will do is, I'll just remove this length function so that we can print the value of the string. So I'll just save this file and try running this code. As you can see, programming for, and then we are getting the double quotes over here, which is the part of the string, and then we have the beginners over here. So this is the way, in case you want to escape certain characters or special characters, we can use the backslash, which is known as the escape character in Python programming. Now guys, there is another way in order to print the string by using the Python string formatting. So as you can see, for example, let's say we have the name, that is John, and we have age, it is equal to 25. So one way that we can print both, that is name and age, is by using the multiple objects inside the print statement. So let us check this. So we have name over here, which is John right now, and then let's say we have age, it is equal to 25, and we want to print both, that is name and age, within one print function. So what we will do is, we will say name is followed by comma, and then we provide name, and then again comma, and then we have double quotes, and then we provide and age is followed by comma, and then we have age over here. So what we have done is, this string will be printed, that is name is followed by, this name value will be taken from this variable. That's because we have provided it outside the double quotes over here, and after providing this comma, and then again there is a comma, and then we have a normal string label, that is and age is, and then we are specifying the age. So this is one way in order to print both, that is name and age, in the same print statement. So let me just save this file now and try running this code. So as you can see, name is John and age is 25 over here. But guys, this can be confusing since we have to use multiple commas over here as well as multiple double quotes as well. So there is another way in order to print the same string. So what we can do is, again we can have the print function, but this time what we will do is, in the open and close parenthesis, we provide the F character followed by single quotes over here. So inside the single quotes, we can provide the variable name, that is name and age as well. So in this case, if we want to get the value of this name variable, we have to enclose it within the curly braces. So these are the curly braces. As you can see, we have the open and close curly braces, and inside this we provide name over here. So if we do it in this way, we provide the F character, and then inside the single quotes, inside the curly braces, we have the name over here. It will print the value, that is John. So let me just save this file and try running this code. As you can see, John is getting printed, which is the value of this name variable. Now we want to print the entire string, that is we also want the labels. So before this name that we have provided, we can simply provide the string, that is name is, and then followed by open and close braces, and inside the braces it will be name variable name, and then we can simply provide and age is followed by open and close braces, and then we can provide the age variable name. So guys, this is the format. We have the F character, and inside these single quotes, as you can see, we have provided the string label, that is name is, and then followed by open and close curly braces inside which we provide our variable name, and then followed by and ages or any other string label that you want to define, and then we can have the variable name, that is age, over here inside the open and close curly braces. So let me just save this file now and try running this code. As you can see, we have the perfect string that we wanted, that is name is John and age is 25. So this is another way we can use the Python string formatting by using this F character inside the print function in order to print the string in the way that we want to print. So guys, these are certain things as far as strings are concerned in Python programming language. Please make sure that you practice on your own so that on different inputs you get different outputs. Please make sure that you like this video so that it reaches to more people, and subscribe to this channel so that you get the notifications on upcoming videos as well. The next video that we are going to talk about is sets in Python programming. So stay tuned.